Are you ready to finally stop feeling old, tired, regular, and unnoticed? And ready to get a lean, muscular body that speaks for you? Great, because you're in the right place. Hi, my name is Jay Nelson. And for the next few minutes, you're going to discover what you need to do to transform your body and ultimately your life. I have discovered what the transformative power of fitness can do for me. And I want you to experience what it can do for you in every single aspect of your life. But the older we get, the more difficult it becomes to change the way we look. Hormonal changes cause fat gain, muscle loss, and pain. So it makes it very difficult to get into shape. It makes it an uphill struggle. Now, I have experienced this transformation and I've also had to overcome these roadblocks. I'm going to help you optimize your hormones, get out of pain, and get you in shape. Now, what is your problem and why it's a big deal? You have tried or you're about to try to get in shape, but what worked in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s does not work beyond. You got to understand that your hormonal changes are causing you to store fat, lose muscle, and feel tired. You need the momentum you will gain from transforming your body to give you the self-confidence, motivation, and energy to achieve all the other goals you want to accomplish. Now, if you find that you lack energy or you're feeling a bit older, or let's say you've noticed a decrease in your sex drive or your performance in the bedroom. Let's say you wake up from bed and it's either your knee, your lower back, or your shoulder, or your neck hurts, and you cannot move pain-free anymore. There's always something that's stopping you. There's always pain. There's always something that hurts. Now, this does not stop here. It goes much, much deeper. It's more than just looking good with your shirt off. Now, if you don't fix this now, your body fat levels will continue to increase. Your metabolism will continue to slow down and worsen, and your risk of chronic diseases increases significantly. Now, this would affect your self-confidence, making it dwindle, making you feel and act much older than you really are. Your youth and vitality is at stake. You're set in your career or business, and while you should be experiencing better health and youthful vibrance, you're feeling old, stiff, and tired. Not good, guys. We got to fix this. Now, what's the nightmarish scenario here? How are you at risk? All right. So you look back at your life, how fast time flies, how fast time flew by. And now you're feeling like an old man, but you're just in your 40s. Now you got more body fat, more pain, less strength. And you've noticed your ability to perform even regular everyday activities, it decreases. It's becoming increasingly harder. Now, if you're single or divorced, you don't want to die old and alone. If you have a family, you do not want to be the old, feeble man at your daughter's wedding. Muscle loss would result in body fat gain, especially around the waistline, which increases your risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease because of the chemicals that the additional body fat releases. The solution? I can help you transform your body by using the exact method I've used. Now you can achieve consistent, predictable fat loss, muscle gain, and pain-free movement. Sounds good? If it weren't for this method, dozens of other men would not have been able to overcome their roadblocks, including myself. If you say to Leanne, before you leave today, I'm going to give you the easiest, the quickest, the easiest thing to implement, the strategy that's going to help you lose weight, give you more energy, and laser-like focus all day, making your day twice as productive. So if you think you're productive now, we're going to ram that up, right? This one little tip. Now, there is a lot of garbage out there, and there's a lot of people claiming to have the miracle pill when really it's a lot of BS. So my personal story, this is who I am, right? I grew up in Trinidad. I'm the last of 8 kids. I grew up watching soccer and dreamt of playing professionally. I was a good athlete and also a good student. I was short and skinny as a kid, I was bullied in middle school and had to fight and stand up for myself. At lunch, the boys would arm wrestle, and I was considered a warm-up. Now, one day, while at home, one of my dad's friends, he saw my brother's weight set and he taught me a bicep curl. All right. A few months later, I went back to school for this arm wrestling competition, and I was no longer the warm-up. I could not believe that this worked. I was bitten by the iron bug. Now, after I graduated a few years later in Trinidad, I started a construction company at age 21. Then I got married, and 5 years later, I migrated to the US, United States, and I had a baby boy. I became a certified trainer and worked at big box gyms. And 3 years later, I started my own fitness business in a tiny basement. Now, 4 years later, after I started this business, this short, skinny kid has now gained over 100 pounds of lean muscle mass and was competing against New York's best light heavyweight bodybuilders. Now, in 2013, I tore my right bicep tendon, and that put my bodybuilding dreams on hold. Then in 2015, a car accident separated my left shoulder. And then in 2016, another car accident, same left shoulder. This time it was my rotator cuff. Now, I had a divorce, and now I have every reason to give up. Now, learning to heal my physical pain and transmute my emotional pain into physical strength provided the metal I needed to transform my life. My little fitness business that I started in 2009 has grown and now serves 5 times the amount of people, both online and in person. I'm experiencing the same vibrance as I did a decade earlier, in spite of major physical and emotional setbacks. Now, I can help men over 40 just like you transform their bodies, which helps them transform their lives. Now, my experience, I've been in the fitness industry for over 14 years now, and I've serviced, last time I checked, over 30,000 personal training sessions. Now, in 2017, I became a master trainer with the National Academy of Sports Medicine, specializing in corrective exercise, performance enhancement, and senior fitness. Now, as I progressed in my career, I realized that around the 40-year-old mark, there was a switch in men that led to a series of physical and emotional changes that I had to learn to overcome if I were to keep getting my clients results, right? Now, helping them get past their roadblocks prepared me for the changes I experienced when I turned 40 as well. Now, I've been featured on the Trainerize blog. Now, Trainerize is the #1 training platform in the world that connects over 100 million users in the fitness community. I've also been interviewed by All Business Media, and I've traveled across multiple states in the US as a consultant to promote and teach in the largest fitness showcase in the world, sponsored by IHRSA, with over 12,000 attendees from over 80 countries worldwide. Now, let's look at your solution. So we're gonna start with pillar #1, which is your mindset. Now, if you don't believe that your best years are ahead of you, I want you to stop right now and don't listen any further. You gotta stand up right now and repeat this affirmation. My best years are ahead of me. I will never peak, and I will always progress. Now, when we activate this problem-solving mechanism, we approach our problems with this mindset and wanting changes. Obstacles become opportunities to learn and grow, providing a greater sense of self-achievement and a feeling of deep accomplishment. Now, without a strong why to anchor you to your purpose, roadblocks can become permanent obstacles that cause us to lower our goals to match our current level of competence. And while this why must be strong enough to get you off the couch or to get you to stop after a drink or two, it must be adaptable like water. See, water always finds a way through. This strong but flexible approach reduces stress and anxiety, improves calm and focus, and allows for a constant state of flow. Now, what happens if you miss this concept? Without this pillar, you can experience changes to your body, but it's either one, temporary, because your motivation will fluctuate, because you failed that deeper inward reflection to determine your why, and you always revert to your previous self. This is the reason why so many people fail to stick with the new habits, because they haven't taken the time to do the inner work necessary to make the outer changes take root. Now, number two, the magnitude and rate of change you will achieve will not be sufficient enough to create the momentum you need to keep progressing. Right? Now, without setting clear goals, easy always win. Mastering your state of mind and being anchored to your why comes to your aid when faced with adversity. If not, we begin to lower our expectations and adopt unfavorable coping mechanisms, such as excessive alcohol consumption, recreational drug use, silence, withdrawal, and even aggression to the ones we love. No good. Now, what happens when your mindset is optimized to your goals? Your focus and attention is in the same direction. That momentum creates the velocity you lacked. Now, if you're already working hard, this would help you work smarter. You will begin to understand that loving the process is the only way the results are going to come. You gain clarity and a deeper understanding of your process and what drives you to keep getting the results, not only in the gym, but in other important aspects of your life. We go to pillar number two, which is nutrition. Now, when we speak of changes in the body over 40, we refer to the relative ease of storing more body fat, difficulty in gaining lean muscle mass, low energy, and a gradual decline of performance in the gym and in the bedroom. As your body changes, so should your nutrition plan evolve to facilitate these hormonal changes. If not, your metabolism will continue to slow down, making it more difficult to lose fat. Now, what happens when we miss this concept? Now, what we eat can determine the hormones we produce. This critical piece is often overlooked, and you think you need to work harder when you need a more tactical approach. What we eat accounts for 80% of the results that we're going to get. But if we don't get this right, all the hard work you're going to put into the gym is going to be barely noticeable. When this happens, you fall victim to the latest fads or trends because of little to no progress, little to no results. One week you're vegan, next week you're keto, you're probably trying some intermittent fasting, you're cutting carbs. All those strategies work, but not all would work for everybody. So the key is to find the strategy that works for you. So if you don't, you start increasing the frequency and the intensity and the duration of your workouts to burn more calories. But this increased output over time can lead to overuse injuries like tendonitis and even more serious conditions like overtraining syndrome, when you should be optimizing the master key to your metabolism. That's your hormones, right? Now, life events are not consistent, and there will be times, due to factors beyond your control, your adherence to your plan would not be possible. I get it. So, learning the what and the why and how to eat for your body will always get you back on track when you fall off, as we do from time to time. We're human. But as you continue to progress in age, learning to adapt your nutrition plan will serve you for a lifetime. Master your strategy to unlock the master key to your metabolism, your hormones. Bear in mind that the number one killer of men between the ages of 44 and 84 is heart disease. It kills 1 out of 4 men. But by turning your body into a fat burning machine, you reduce this risk. When you get this right and your nutrition plan is tailored to your body, you're able to dial up the intensity and fully recover from your workout, so you achieve faster results, relatively easier. You free up more time because you know what to eat and when to eat it, so you become more productive. You don't have to be looking around. It's right there. Your plan is set. You find that you worry less about a night out with some college buds because your body is now a fat burning machine. You're stronger, you're leaner, you're more muscular. You can move freely without pain. You find that cheat meals work for your body rather than against it. It actually gets you leaner. Next, I want you to evaluate where you are right now. So stand up for a second. Now, take your left hand with these two fingers, pinch your skin on the back of your right arm. Right here, pinch it, right? Now, if that skin fold pinch is greater than the skin fold pinch on the back of your palm, you are not producing adequate levels of male sex hormones. Next, pinch 1 inch below your belly button. And if that pinch is larger than 1/4 inch, you're not effectively managing your fat storing and metabolism boosting hormones. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being optimal and 1 being terrible. Now, how would you rate your nutrition program based on the test that I just gave you using the above scale? I want you to take note of your score because we're going to need it later on. Now we're going to go to pillar number 3, which is exercise. All right. Now, exercise is the sexier part of this process. Your training ignites your transformation. It provides 80% of the motivation you need to change your body. It's like that little black dress on the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. The key here is to master the right intensity, frequency, type of workouts you do to achieve the outcome that you want. Now, what happens if you miss this concept? All right? Now, for instance, if your goal is to become lean and muscular, your workout intensity must be tailored to your current fitness level to get to your goal. Right? Now, if your intensity is too low, you can't stimulate the release of the muscle building hormone, so you can't burn fat effectively and build muscle at the same time. Now, if your intensity is too high, you may release catabolic hormones, so you break down the muscle tissue, store fat, increase inflammation, and increase pain. Your recovery from your workouts in your 40s and beyond can be much slower than that in your 20s. So your program needs to be geared towards your current fitness level. You can recover as if you were in your 20s and 30s. Just take some planning. Now, when you don't have a plan specifically designed for you, your body fat levels will increase. You will experience sleeplessness and overuse injuries such as tendonitis, chronic inflammation, which causes joint pain and all the other unfavorable outcomes that you did not hope for. Now you begin to search for the missing piece, right? You lose clarity, you begin looking for answers, you're trying to mix the stuff, trying to hope that something sticks. Now you may look, and oftentimes we look at pillar 2, nutrition, thinking that something is missing. Now, you lose patience and you start experimenting with many different variables, and you can't actually zero in on the one problem that you need to fix. So you're left confused. Now, this is the avenue that supplement companies exploit. Now, I'm not anti-supplement. I'm anti-unscrupulous. I don't believe in quick fixes. And when you play the short game, you're always going to lose in the long run. Now, what happens when you get your training program right? When your program is dialed in, your strength, your muscle tone improve, and your body fat level decreases. You become more flexible, more mobile. You feel lighter, you look leaner. Your pain or stiffness disappears as you begin to reverse your health age. Your sex drive and performance increases. You have more energy, youthful vitality, and your confidence skyrockets. And this positively impacts all other important aspects of your life. All right, you with me? Now, I want to help you evaluate where you are right now on this pillar. So on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being optimal, again, 1 being terrible. Let's rate your strength. How many push-ups can you do in 60 seconds? Now, how long can you hold the plank on the elbows? How well do you sleep? Can you comfortably sit in a deep squat position and read or send a text or email for a few minutes? I want you to try these tests. You could pause this video right now and try it. Now we're going to move on to pillar 4. This is the final pillar for the 4 transformation pillars. This is lifestyle. All right. Now, you have heard the word genetics used in context with regard to your family's health history, or in the gym with regards to your physique, like that guy has good genetics, right? Now, genetics doesn't determine the success or failure of your plan, of you, but understanding where your genetics are moves dangers from out to your blind spots and put it right in front of you. Now, epigenetics is the study of how our genes are expressed, and it's greatly influenced by our lifestyle. Now, what happens when you miss this? You see, your primary male hormone, our primary male hormone, testosterone, is very negatively affected by our lifestyle choices. Now, if you're constantly stressed and experience sleeplessness or consume alcohol excessively, you will have to work much harder at the other pillars to get a result. Now, for instance, if you're stuck sitting in front of a screen for extended periods of time for work, and you don't take steps to counteract that negative effect, chronic lower back pain follows, making it even more difficult to get to pillar 2, which is the exercise pillar. Now, even exposure to everyday household products can increase your estrogen levels, rendering what little free testosterone you have useless. So your ability to burn fat and muscle slows down. Your lifestyle ensures your adherence to your program. Now, when you miss this concept, all right, you tend to waver. Now, your results, right, the results that you want cannot be accomplished in 4 to 5 days a week, in an hour and a half to the gym. But it's as a result of the choices you're going to make to align with your future goals. Now, your nervous system is locked in the past. You need to reset it with new emotions, new stimulus derived from a clear vision of what it feels like to have the body that you want. Now, without clear goals and intention, easy will always win. I've seen many people fall into negative spiral of poor self-care. 1 missed workout, 2 missed workout, it starts snowballing. 1 bad day of eating 1 cheat meal, just slide all the way off. Now, these everyday lifestyle choices affect your physical fitness in the moment and for days to come. Now, what happens when you get this right? When your lifestyle is optimized with your plan, you achieve your results faster with relative ease. You don't lose momentum or motivation. Your ability to burn fat, especially gain strength, becomes easier, and your recovery time between workouts decrease, so you can train harder and shorten the time to your goal. Your lifestyle is aligned with the results that you want, so you enjoy the routine, and you begin loving the process. Now, I want to help you evaluate where you are with your lifestyle, with this pillar. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being optimal and 1 being terrible, how would you rate your ability to cope with stress? Now, do you consistently get 8 hours of sleep daily? Now, is your recreation centered around drinking, smoking, staying up late, or the use of recreational drugs? Now, do you routinely shut off the Wi-Fi when you sleep, or charge your phone outside of your bedroom while you sleep as well? Now, I want you to take a record of your scores, and we are going to use them later on. All right, so as we move forward, I want to show you a few testimonials. I want to share with you 2 guys rather who've worked with me and were able to achieve the results that you want. So now that you know it's possible for you to achieve it as well. Now, let's look at John, for example. He came to me at age 60. and he wanted to lose 25 pounds. Now he was settled in his career, he had a wife, you know, all the stuff that we have going on. And after our initial conversation, I realized we had to make minor changes to his lifestyle, some tweaks to his mindset, but most of the work had to be done on the nutrition and exercise pillars. Now, he not only achieved his goal at age 63, but went on to compete as a bodybuilder, winning first place at his first show. That's friggin' awesome, right? Now look at Kenny. After our initial conversation, I made minor tweaks to his nutrition pillar and his mindset, and more work was done on his exercise and lifestyle pillars. He was already very highly active, committed and lean, but knew he couldn't get back his six-pack he lost in college by using the same methods, right? Now, after tailoring his workouts to optimize his anabolic hormones and adjusting his lifestyle to decrease his catabolic hormones to help his recovery, we dropped his body fat to 8%, and he was even in better shape than he was in college. Now, both guys achieved 100% of their version of success. Now, each man will experience his own combinations of roadblocks. I did. Now, I want you to always know that you never peak, because the best version of yourself is always ahead of you. Now, imagine how amazing it's gonna feel when you're lean and muscular and you're in your weight, the way your suit, the way your polos fit. It speaks for you. It commands respect from everybody you meet. You amplify all of your unfair advantages. You're able to move pain-free and perform better in the bedroom. Your kids see you as a superhero. And when you go to pick them up, they tease their classmates saying, I bet my dad can beat your dad, all right? Now that you've seen my method and the process, I hope you had a chance to evaluate yourself. And I'm guessing there might be some gaps or areas that you need to master in order to make this work for you. Now, here's what you can do to jumpstart your momentum and start seeing results quickly. I'm asking you to make a decision for yourself. It's time that you step up and get the body you want. Now, what do you have to lose? I mean, if left unchecked, our egos can stand in the way of progress. And at this point, you got two choices. You can keep doing the same things that you've been trying to do, or you can shortcut to your success. Now, if you're ready for that, here's my invitation to you. My team and I have set aside some time this week on my calendar. Together, we're gonna walk you through the 4 transformation pillars and see exactly where you're struggling and create a plan to get you past it so that you could start losing fat, gaining muscle, and experiencing pain-free movement. If there's an opportunity, for us to help you get there, we'd love to help. We'd love to help you do that. But these calls are no pressure, no obligation. And if my team, if we cannot help you, we're going to point you in the right direction towards the resources that will get you started, that will get you help. We want to see you succeed. Now remember that little tip that I promised you, that little trick? Here's what it is. I want you to remove all carbohydrates from the first meal of the day. So that's right, no carbohydrates for breakfast. Make sure you get adequate servings of proteins and fats. Why? Because carbohydrates stimulate the release of the neurotransmitter serotonin, which actually puts us to sleep. So now we've been sleeping for 7-8 hours, hopefully, and now you are consuming food that is producing the exact same sleep hormones when you should be getting awake, when you should be waking up. So proteins and fats in the morning is going to help you lose fat, dial in your focus, and give you energy throughout the day. I want you to take that test for the next week and use my email. Let me know if that worked for you. This is Jay Nelson. Book your call. Let's talk. Let's have a chat, guys. We don't have anywhere. Men are scared to talk about stuff like this. Let's talk about it. Hit me up. Talk to you later. Bye.